we're gonna make this bracelet. It's one of my favorite bracelets to wear because it's so thin and so shiny, and it's easy to make. What we're gonna need are super duos. Make sure that both, all the holes of your super duos are open. And then we're gonna need 4mm bicones, and then 11/0 seed beads, 2 jump rings, and your clasp. Right now I'm gonna use this barrel clasp, but this bracelet actually it rolls, so from experience it might be better to use a lobster clasp or something else. So let's start. First thing you're gonna do is take one of your super duos, just leave 4 inches of thread at the end, and then just go in to the other side. It's actually just kind of like making a stopper bead. So you go in the other side, go out the other side, and then go right back in. So now you have this, so it won't move. Next is you get 1 seed bead, 1 bicone, 1 seed bead. And then the other end would be another super duo. So basically this is what you're gonna do up until you get to your desired length. I made this, this is I think 5.5. I think this is like 18 super duos. So you would be using 17 bicones on the other side and then 17 on the other side. So in total you would be using 34 bicones. But for this one we're just gonna make a short bracelet. So next you will be getting another 11/0, a bicone, 11/0, and then another super duo. Continue doing this until your desired length. This should be okay for a tutorial, I think. Okay. Once you get to the other side, to your end, assuming this is the length that you want, you would want, because this would be really, this would move a lot. So what you want to do is go in. You would be ending it with super duo. So what you're gonna do is go into the other hole, and then just make sure it's tight. Make sure it's tight, and then it's kind of like what you did to the other side. You're gonna make another stopper bead. So you went you ended up here, you went out here, and then you went back in. Just make sure it's tight. And then we're gonna pick up 7 11/0 seed beads. This is for the end for which you want to attach your clasp, and then just go back into that super duo and then you'd want to go and just reinforce it. So there you have it. Now we want to make the other side. So what you're going to do is pick another 11-0, a bicone, and 11-0. And since super duos have two sides, this would be your super duo. Just do that up until to the other end. There you go. So now that you're in the other end, you'd want to make the other edge for the clasp. So you pick up another 7 11-0s, and then just go right back into the other side. Just go in the super duo, not into the, do not include the seed bead so you can reinforce it. So we're gonna go in again. Make sure this is tight, not too tight because you're gonna pass through it again, but make sure it's not all wobbly and stuff. I'll just go through this twice or thrice. Make sure it's tight. Then one more time. On your last pass, you would want to go through the seed, the super duo, the seed bead, the bicone, the seed bead, and another super duo. So you'll be exiting at the second super duo. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is pick up 3 11-0s, and then you want to go back into that super duo again, the same one that you went out of, and then you'd want to go out to the next super duo. It would look like this. So you do it again. So you basically do this up until to the second to the last super duo. Oops. So you're only going to do it up until here, and then you're going to cross to the other side. So you're just going to go in the other side of the super duo, and then do the same thing to the other side. 1, 2, 3, go in, go out the next super duo, one, two, three, go in, out the next super duo, and then you only do it up until the second to the last super duo. Okay, so now that you're here, next thing you will be doing will be to make this little butterfly. Well, it looks like a butterfly for me, so that's why I'm calling this my butterfly bracelet. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up the first bead, then go into the top bead, sorry. So what you actually did was just go up the first bead and the top bead, and then just pull it tight. You're gonna go into the other side. The other side. You're gonna go to the top bead at the other side. Go in there, because you want this to be together. And then you're gonna go back into the other side's top bead. So this is just so that they'd be attached together. I think it would be better to use a black thread for this one, but for demo purposes I'm using the 0.006 fire line. And then once you do that, now that they're both attached to each other, you just go back to the third bead. Just go back down. Just make sure. Then when you're in there, just go back, just go to the next super duo. Go into the 11-0 bicone 11-0. So you go out the 11-0, the next 11-0. Okay. This is right before the super duo. And then you're just gonna repeat what you did in the other side. You just basically go up the first 11-0, go into the top one, and then go into the top one on the other side, and then just go back in to the top one from where you came from. Okay, there you go. So, and then you go back down on the third bead, then you go back in to the 11-0, bicone 11-0. And then you're done. You just have to tie your thread. So you're basically just gonna go ahead and reinforce the other end. Tie a knot in between your super duo and your seed bead. Tie a half knot. Do this two times or 3 times. Then go to the other side, tie another knot in between the seed bead and the super duo. And then just hide your thread, then you can cut it off. Do the same thing to the other side, and then we're gonna do the clasp. Now we're gonna do the clasp, so you have to take your jump rings and your clasp. So what you're going to do is open one of your jump rings, insert it to the end of your bracelet, and then put in one side of the clasp, and then you're going to close your jump ring. Then you're gonna do to the same thing to the other side. So open this up, insert to the other side, and then insert the other end of your clasp. Then just close this. Now you have your bracelet. Thank you for watching.